Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. After a few months away, I'm coming back to you with my first video, and it's actually going to be a double unboxing for you guys. Now, I've never actually done an unboxing on the channel before, and I'm bringing you two in one go, so I think that certainly makes up for the lack of uploads recently. I don't normally get dragged in by Black Friday, the hype deals. Normally the deals aren't always that extraordinary, and a lot of time it's stuff that you don't need. However, when I saw the price for these two watches, I really couldn't resist. These are watches that I've had my eye on for some time. They've always been affordable pieces. As you can see, they're Lorus and Casio. They're not exactly particularly expensive pieces in the first place. However, when I saw the price, I thought, you know what, I'd be silly not to get them in for the channel, unbox them, give them a review. Worst comes to worst, I can sell them, probably not make too much of a loss. However, I do really like these pieces, and I'm hoping that they'll be sort of keepers in my collection. So Casio and Lorus, I think we'll start with the Casio. Move this to one side for now. Now, the Casio that I'm going to unbox here is the Casio Royale. Now, this watch has, like many Casios, a massive cult following, particularly on Reddit, and some of the mods that I've seen on there are absolutely fantastic, and I've not decided if I'm going to mod this yet. I think I probably will, and to what extent I'm going to mod it. Let's pop my little Phoebus there, that's what I'm wearing at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure what extent I will mod it, but the possibility is one of the reasons that I got this watch, is because you can do some really cool things with it. Okay, from the correct side. Okay, so nice thick model details, it's like a little guarantee. Yeah, this is online, all that good stuff. I think anyone's ever read one of these Casio booklets. Let's go to the box. It's standard Casio packaging. Box within a box. And I do actually think, considering how budget Casios are, that the packaging isn't too bad. It's sturdy, it's safe, and it's nice enough to present to someone as a gift. So yeah, I think it's good. And there it is, the Casio World Time. Let's get that unboxed. I'll be honest, it's a little bit smaller. I thought it would be. It looks quite big in some pictures. Okay. Yeah, so that's the Casio World Time. Yeah, much smaller than I thought it would be. I was a bit worried that it was going to be this sort of gigantic piece that was really going to dominate my wrist, but that's, yeah, it's not too bad at all. I don't have the exact specs in terms of size. I'll bring that to you in another video, but yeah, it's a lovely piece. So a little bit of detail. It's a stainless steel bracelet on this particular version. It's still a plastic case. I know you can get aftermarket cases for this that are metal, but I mean, to be honest, like most Casios, you can't really tell that this is plastic without touching it. So look wise, it does seem to integrate quite nicely. Let's get this plastic taken off here. A little bit of paper in the clasp. And tag. I can roll it off, but get off the dial. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I haven't looked too much into the functions of this watch yet. Looks like you've got a timer, you've got a stopwatch. Obviously got different world times. You've got Tokyo. Looks like one. Yeah, alarm timer, stopwatch. So this top button is adjust. Again, I'll need to look into exactly what it does. Lights. Yeah, you got a little backlight there. So it doesn't seem to be the most powerful, but you don't always get that with Casios, particularly the entry level. Ah, there we go. We've got some different presets then. As you can probably see, the world map in the top right of the screen, that is adjusting. So it's a very cool piece. Very vintage, very geeky, I would say. Sort of thing that people are going to look at your wrist and I'd say, what the hell are you wearing? Or, you know, how much was it and where can I get one? Very, very cool piece. In terms of a couple of the mods that I was talking about, what I'm pretty certain I'm going to do is remove the text here and the world time text at the top. I don't mind it, but having seen how clean it looks without that text, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. However, I'm going to do some due diligence first, actually wear it for a bit just to make sure that that is what I want to do, because I don't want to take it off and then regret it later without having even tried it. But let's just pop it on the wrist. Actually, that's quite good. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points of micro adjust in this bracelet. Bracelet is just rolled links, as you'd expect. We'll try it on, see how it feels, but to be honest, it feels a bit more solid than I thought it would be. You just have to bear with me, because obviously this is going to be too big for my wrist. But yeah, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it is a very, very nice fit. Yeah, I've got to say, pretty impressed with that. And as you can see, this would be able to fit a lot of different wrist sizes. You've got you know, 5 odd links each side, 4 points of micro adjust. The bracelet, if we pop this, as you can see, isn't integrated. You can get those spring bars, get them out. Bit of a weird one. I think the lug width is about 18, but as you can see, the bracelet flares out. So what I see most people doing is getting a 24mm leather strap is genuinely what you see in this watch, and then just trimming the lug ends on them to get it down to 18, and then letting it flare out just like this bracelet does. Again, once you do that, you are essentially assigning that strap to this watch, and making sure you do it on something that you know you're going to like, and realistically probably wouldn't spend too much on it because it's not a particularly expensive watch, so it'd be a bit of a false economy to do that, really. Although it's your watch, you can do what you want. In terms of price for this watch, I paid £19.99, so just under £20. Generally speaking, you can find it around this price, so it's not a Black Friday special. However, it was still probably the best price I've seen. I think Amazon, it was still £25, £26. So really fantastic price for this. And in terms of steel, well, stainless steel, silver, Casio's, the only one I've got is my little Anidigi, and I wanted one that was more of a traditional Casio like this, because all my others are gold or resin, so I thought this would be a really good addition to the collection. I really want to have a play with this watch, and I'll probably bring you a review, or at least a quick overview on this watch once I've got a bit more hands-on experience with it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that first impressions. It certainly looks decent to me. Okay, and the second watch I'm bringing to you is this Lorus here. Now, I couldn't believe it when I saw the price of this watch. It wasn't a particularly expensive watch anyway. It retails for around about £30. It was on sale for £15, which I couldn't believe, and I've seen this watch on YouTube a little bit. It's certainly not got the cult following of the Casio. However, people are aware of this watch, particularly in the affordable space. Very quick backstory, if you don't know anything about Lorus, it's a subsection of Seiko. Seiko do own Lorus, just like they own Pulsar, J-Springs I think it's called. I've never actually had any experience with any Loruses, so I'm excited to have a play with one, and you'll see that they do share some technology with Seiko. So that's one of the benefits of buying one of these sub-brands of Seiko, is that you're going to benefit from most of the time the movements, the crystal, and one very specific thing which I'm really excited about in this watch is the fact that it's got a Lumibrite dial. So this is actually a fully loomed dial. And I've never actually had a dial which is fully loomed before, but this Lorus Sports dial is a fully Lumibrite dial. See if there's anything else in the box. You've got a very metallic pillow. Yeah, and you've got some literature in here. So you've got your instruction manual, which, I mean, to us it's a quartz movement. Looks like it's a caliber PC33. 2 clicks, day date, little guarantee card, 2 years, I would imagine. Although to us it's so affordable, it might just be the one. Let's have a quick look. Doesn't say, you guys don't care. I'm not going to spend too much time dwelling on that. Back to the watch. So yeah, this is a little sort of field watch style piece. 35mm, 36mm I think. Lovely, lovely blacked out hands. Gotta say those are very legible. Yeah, that dial. Obviously, no lume on the hands or anything. The whole point is this lume dial, so that lovely black handset will definitely stand out. You know, this does remind me of the Seiko 5 a bit. I can't remember the exact reference. I think is it 703? I might be incorrect. The little Flieger field watch kind of crossover that they've released. I actually used to own the green one. However, I found the 7S26 movement a bit too, I don't want to say unrefined, because the NH35 is pretty much the same movement, just with hacking and hand winding. But I found it a bit too high maintenance. I know that's a bit silly, but I'm used to the convenience of hacking and hand winding. I've never sort of grown up with non-hacking, non-hand winding movements. Hence the fact I got rid of that piece, and it just wasn't getting worn much. But for £15, I thought, you know what, I'll get this in, give it a try, and I'll be honest, based off looks straight away, I actually do prefer this. I think that's absolutely stunning. It's just like that previous watch. It's completely blasted finish, so all brushed around the outside. As you can see, quartz, as we discussed, seems to be hitting those markers almost spot on, so you can't argue with that at all. 24-hour markings on the very inside, and then followed by 12 on the outside, and then you've got kind of little arrow markers at the hours, just to really bring that into effect. Date window at the 3 o'clock, slightly framed, just a little black framing around it. It's quite nicely done, to be fair. Dial's got a bit of text, Lorus Sports, I think it just says Lumibrite, and then 100 meters water resistant, I should say. Push pull crown, so you're not getting screwed down, but to get screwed down at this sort of price would be absolutely ridiculous. But it's still 100 meters water resistant, so again, better water resistance than the Seiko 5. I'm not saying that this is definitively a better watch. I mean, I've never worn this, but I'm just saying, you know, with Seiko 5s particularly increasing in price, you know, let's look elsewhere as well. Let's not just be, you know, looking at just the Seiko 5s. You know, we've got watches like this which are made by Seiko, and there we go. We've got the Seiko wave dial, but a Lorus variant, obviously a little bit cheaper to do that one, but still very nicely done. I think some of the vintage Seikos had this exact same engraving on it. Bit of a spec sheet on here. Let's have a look. Water resistant 10 bar, stainless steel, movement Japan. Yeah, great. And as you can see here, it comes on this canvas strap, 18mm, I believe. Feels okay, but to be honest, I'll probably swap this out onto a leather pretty quickly. Jeweled lugs, I like. Let's pop it on wrist. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, does genuinely seem to have decent wrist presence, really. Yeah, I've got to say, that's a really nice looking piece, and you know, for these two pieces, these are something that I can wear, you know, on a day out, or you know, going for a walk. And there's something that they're pieces that I'm hoping will perform really well, particularly the Lorus Lumibrite, day dates, you know, quartz, which should be reliable. But they're sort of pieces that if I damage or they go missing or whatever, you know, they're still very capable pieces that can perform for me, but they are massively affordable as well. So that's it for the unboxing, guys. Please feel free to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Share your thoughts down below, and give this video a thumbs up because it helps it get out to more people. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.